Hello children, how are you doing? Hope you are all studying at home regularly. Complete your worksheet on the same day when they are given and do not postpone the work. Today we are going to read our second lesson of English literature, The Pickwick Club, written by Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens was an English writer and social critic. He created some of the world's best known fictional characters and is regarded by many as the greatest novelist of the Victorian era. He was born on 7 February 1812 in Landport, Portsmouth, on the south coast of England. His father, John Dickens, was a novel clerk who dreamed of becoming rich and started spending money dangerously. Charles Dickens left school to work in a factory. In spite of lack of formal education, Charles edited 20 weekly journals, 15 novels, and hundreds of short stories. Dickens' literary success began with 1836 with the publication of the Pickwick Papers. His novels were published in a monthly or weekly papers. His novel, A Christmas Carol, published in 1843, remains popular and continues to inspire many people. Oliver Twist and Great Expectations are also admired. Charles Dickens died on 9th June 1870 of a stroke, means heart attack, and he was buried in the Westminster Abbey. The Pickwick Club. One of the most lovable and endearing characters in English literature is Mr. Pickwick. When you have read this, you will most certainly want to read the rest of the Pickwick Papers. This lesson is a short story taken from the novel written by Charles Dickens, The Pickwick Papers. The full novel is not given, only a smart part of it is given. And in this lesson, we will read about Mr. Pickwick, who is a very lovable person. Mr. Samuel Pickwick was a fine old gentleman. He had bright eyes, large round face, a full figure, and a generous heart. He dressed in an old-fashioned way and always wore glasses. He was interested in everyone he met and everything he saw. He lived in England in the days when people were becoming very interested in science. Mr. Pickwick himself liked science and natural history. He was famous for discovering where the water in the Hampstead ponds came from. If you know nothing about Hampstead ponds, never mind. All you need to know is that Mr. Pickwick's friend thought he was very clever. Here, in this lesson, we find a man called Samuel Pickwick. He was an old gentleman. The description of his body: he had bright eyes, large round face, a full figure, means he was fat enough, not thin, and he had a kind heart, generous heart, kind heart. He dressed himself in old-fashioned way. He did not wear modern clothes, and always he was wearing glasses. And he was interested in everyone he met. Whatever he saw, whomever he met, he was interested in taking all the information about them. And in England, in those days, people were becoming very interested in science. And Mr. Pickwick also liked science and natural history. Natural history is the study of plants and animals. And he was very famous for discovering the water in the Hampstead ponds came from. There was a pond by name Hampstead, and water was coming into that pond. Nobody knew where the water was coming from. And this man, Mr. Samuel Pickwick, discovered the source from where the water into the pond came. And all the friends of Mr. Pickwick thought that Mr. Pickwick was very clever. Mr. Pickwick and his friends made up a club. It was called the Pickwick Club. Mr. Pickwick was of course the most important person in the club. After having so many friends and they who thought that Mr. Pickwick was very clever, they made up a club. A club is a place where all people come and meet and discuss about the social welfare, what to do, what not, how can we save the earth, and these all things they will discuss in a place that is called the club. And the name of the club was given the Pickwick Club. And in that club, Mr. Pickwick was the very important person because all the other people thought that he was very clever. One day, Mr. Pickwick gave a talk to the club. The club then made an important decision. The club asked him to go on special journeys. He should write notes about everyone he met, everything he saw, everything that happened, and everything he thought. From time to time, he should post his notes to the club. where the club members would read them. Everyone believed that the notes and thoughts of Mr. Pickwick would be of great scientific interest. Next, after that, when they have made a club, of one day when they were talking, Mr. Pickwick told that we'll go somewhere on a journey. Then all the people of that club made a decision, and Mr. Pickwick was to go on special journeys to all other places to search new things, see new places, meet new people and interest and all they have to know. He should go on special journey. Then whomever he met in those journey, he should write about them. Everyone, whomever he meets, he should write about them. Whatever he saw, he should write about those things. And whatever happened when he was on the journey, he has to write about that. And from time to time, he should not write and keep with him only, but time to time he has to send those notes to the Pickwick Club members where they can read and enjoy the place. Then everyone in that club believed that notes and thoughts whatever Mr. Pickwick will write will be of great scientific interest. The club asked Mr. Pickwick to take 3 other people on his journeys. These were his special friends, Mr. Tracy Tupman, Mr. Nathaniel Winkle and Mr. Augustus Snodgrass. These were all expenses for travel, food and rooms would be paid by Mr. Pickwick. The club said they could go anywhere they wished and take as much time as they liked. They would start on their journey the following day. Then when the decision was made that they should go on Mr. Pickwick should go on special journey, the club decided to send 3 other people along with him so that they may be helpful to him. Those are the special friends of Mr. Pickwick. First one, Mr. Tracy Tupman. Second, Nathaniel Winkle. And third, Mr. Augustus Snodgrass. These were the 3 people who were following Mr. Pickwick on his journeys. All the expenses. When you go out for a vacation or to see many places, you need money for travel. Means going in a bus, train or aeroplane. Then you have to eat in the hotels. There also you need money. And after that at night you have to stay somewhere in a room of a hotel. There also you need to pay. All these payment should be done by Mr. Pickwick but not the club. Then the club said that these 4 people can go wherever they want and take as much as time they liked. And the journey would start the following day, means next day. The Pickwickians. The 3 people who would go with Mr. Pickwick were men of quite different interest and character. All the 3 special friends, Tracy Tupman, Nathaniel Winkle and Augustus Snodgrass, were people of different interests. They did not share any interest in common, and character also was very different from each other. The first one, Mr. Tracy Tupman was a middle-aged man. He greatly admired beautiful women. Women had often fallen in love with him and he with them. Sadly, he was no longer as handsome as he had been. Time and food has expanded Tracy Tupman's romantic figure. When he looked down, he could no longer see the watch chain he wore across the bottom of his waistcoat. His chin had become many chins, but the soul of Tracy Tupman had not changed. He still admired the ladies as much as ever. Then the description. In the last page we have seen the description of Mr. Pickwick. Now we will see the description of all the 3 people who were following Mr. Pickwick on the journeys. The first one is Mr. Tracy Tupman. He was a middle-aged man, means around 35 to 40 years, and he greatly admired, means loved, respected women, and women also used to fall in love with him, and he used to fall in love with the women because he had a nice figure. But now when he has become middle-aged, he is no more handsome. Food he has taken and the time, no exercise, he has become so fat. In olden days they used to keep a watch in the coat pocket. Whenever they want to see the time, they used to remove from the pocket and see. He has grown up his belly so much that he could no longer see the watch in his pocket. But his chins has become many chins. one chin was there. Due to extra growing fat, his chin has become so many chins. But Tracy Tupman's soul, means the inner side, the thinking, the way of thinking, the way of doing all the things did not change. Only the structure of his body has changed. He still admires and respects the ladies as much as he used to admire them when he was handsome. Next one. Mr. Nathaniel Winkle was a young man. His father had asked Mr. Pickwick to take him on his scientific journeys. He wanted his son to see something of the world. Mr. Sporting young man. He told everyone how good he was at hunting, shooting, fishing and other physical activities. His friends were often astonished at the things he said he could do. They admired him greatly. Hardly, however, no one had ever seen him do anything of the things he talked about. The next man who followed Mr. Pickwick was Mr. Nathaniel Winkle. As in the last paragraph we saw, Tracy Tupman was a middle-aged man. This Nathaniel Winkle was a young man. His father, Nathaniel Winkle's father, asked Mr. Pickwick to take his son on the scientific journey so that he can see some of the world and learn science, this and that. Then Mr. Winkle was a sporting young man. He loved sports. He told everyone that he was good at hunting, shooting, fishing and many other physical activities. He could do all the things. He could hunt, he could shoot, fish and other physical activities he can do easily. And all the things, whatever he was telling, his friends were very surprised to hear all those things what he can do. He used to boast so much that all his friends were surprised. But they admired him greatly. But no one has seen him doing all these activities what he was telling that he could do. Mr. Augustus Snodgrass was also a young man. His parents had died when he was a small child, and Mr. Pickwick had taken care of him. Everyone said Augustus Snodgrass was a poet, but no one had ever seen him write any poetry. The third one is Mr. Augustus Snodgrass. He was also a young man like Nathaniel Winkle. His parents had died when he was a small child, and Pickwick had taken care of him. When parents of Augustus Snodgrass died, Mr. Pickwick himself took care of the child. Then everyone said that Augustus was a poet, but no one had seen him writing any poetry. A horse with a weakness. The sun had just risen and began to light up the morning of 13th May 1827. Mr. Samuel rose like another son from his bed, opened his wide bedroom window and looked out upon the world below. He lived in Goswell Street, in the old city of London. Everywhere he looked, he could see nothing but the buildings of Goswell Street. Next, it was already decided that the next day, means tomorrow, after the decision was taken that they will go on a scientific journey, they would go on the journey. So the day was 13th May 1827. The sun has risen nicely. Then Mr. Pickwick also rose from the bed and opened his bedroom window. It was very wide so that he can see everything what is under the street. Then he looked out the world below. He was living in Goswell Street, which was in the old city of London. The name of the street in which he lived was Goswell Street. And when he looked out of his wide window into the street, he could see nothing but the buildings of Goswell Street. All the street was full of buildings. Thank you, children. See you in part 2. Take care of yourself.